What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman of GBP Daily, and welcome to Rob's Table Talk. I'm here like I am every day to talk with you guys about some Packers football. So, for those of you who tune in, I see a bunch of regulars already. I appreciate it. Hope you love talking football as much as I do. A little late night chat. Had some things happening this morning, so getting it in tonight as I am in no way gonna miss a day talking with you guys about some Packers. Anyways, let's get to it. Packers had their final open practice to the fans of the year. Obviously, was with the Saints. A little joint practice action going on. A lot of good, a lot of bad. Some fights. Yes, I was waiting to see if some fights were going to go down, and they did. But let's dive right into it. Before we do, had a couple transactions go down today. Wide receiver Malik Taylor was released. Has been with us for a few years now. That receiver room's just so full, and he was hurt during this training camp, so he has been released. On the other side, Travis Fulghum, wide receiver. He's been with us before. Now he's back. I'd be surprised if this is anything other than just a guy to help them get through the rest of the camp in preseason. So I don't expect him to make the team. But hey, you never know. If he plays well, he could wind up on the practice squad. We shall see. Danny Davis, Rico Gafford did not practice today. They both got a couple ankle injuries. Davis went out yesterday, and he never returned. So hopefully he heals up. Otherwise, we probably won't see him on Friday, which would be a bummer. He had a good performance last week against the Niners. So we'll see on him. Run game overall just wasn't there today. Some penalties. First team period for the offense. They didn't even complete a pass. On top of that, Rodgers threw a pick, so not a great start for the ones. Defensive side, though, Jair Alexander, Razul, they both got beat by Chris Olave today. So, yes, those guys are human. But, hey, everybody gets beat at some point. I don't expect to see it much this season, so let's get those out of the way now rather than later. One last thing here, Jordan Love. Big shout out to number 10. He had a pretty good day today, probably his best day at camp, so hopefully he can translate that into the game on Friday, which I'm pumped. I'll be up there checking out the game, doing some stuff over the weekend up there. So if anybody's up there at Lambeau, let me know. Say what's up, and we can shoot the shit. All right, it's time to see what's popping in the chat here. Kyle, go Pack, go, baby. That's right. Thanks for hopping on. Izzy, haha, Clinton Dix jersey? No, sir. This is the one and only Charles Woodson jersey. One of my favorites. I liked Haha. Great dude. Did a lot for the community. I know his name kind of isn't the best as far as football talk, but that's got to be a Charles Woodson jersey. Yes, sir, Brett. Got to rep Charles, baby. One of, if not the best DB in history. Come on now. Packer backer. What's your opinion on Jordan Love? Overall, it's year 3. He's younger than Kenny Pickett over there in Pittsburgh. He's only 4 months older than Justin Fields. So, yeah, just give him some time. We've given him time. First whole year was COVID, so he didn't get training camp. He never suited up. Last year he was hurt during training camp. Didn't play a whole lot. Then played in the Chiefs game, and they ran zero coverage and blitzed every time, and you saw him scrambling back there. He made a couple decent plays, but, yeah, he hasn't had the most opportunities to kind of shine. So hopefully this Friday, after having a pretty good camp today, he can show out. King AJ missed the last couple sessions, but I'm back. Let's go Pack, go. King AJ, where you at, man? Come on now. Just kidding. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. Izzy, which fights? There's a couple right at the beginning. I think Stokes was getting into it with somebody, which is good to see. You love to see your corners just battling. And then I think that was the biggest one of the day. Big old pile in the middle of the field. From what I've seen, I wasn't there unfortunately, so that's what I saw. Nathan, thoughts on Fulghum? Yeah, I said it earlier. I'd be surprised if he made the team. I think it's kind of just a body to get through training camp, preseason. Malik Taylor being released. Starters. Coach didn't say they're not playing, but if they're not, just kind of a guy he knows the system. I think he was on the Broncos most recently until today, obviously. But yeah, look for him to maybe he makes a practice squad, but I don't see him making the team or making the practice squad. We'll see, or making the 53-man roster. We'll see though. Drew Cave, let's go, baby. Let's go, Drew. Come on now. Thanks for hopping on, buddy. I've been seeing your man cave all over social media, whether it's on Bleacher Report, Sports Center, I think, was featuring you. You are a friggin' stud. Fulghum had some success in Philly. Any chance Rodgers can light him up, or is he just a body? Bay Area. Appreciate you hopping on. I would assume he's just a body, but you never know. He made some plays for us in camp. We didn't keep him. Made some plays for the Eagles, like you said. But there's a reason he's been hopping around from teams. So, but hey, maybe he can bounce back. He knows the system, like I said, and make something of this opportunity. Do you see any surprise cuts from us? Brett, thanks for the comment. I already saw one in Dominique Daphne. I was really thinking he was going to make the squad. He's played solid for us the last 2 years that he's been with us. And on top of that, Tyler Davis, the other tight end, looked kind of the guy he was fighting with. Hasn't really been performing very well. But, yeah, that was the surprise cut for me so far. I don't know. I don't see any surprise cuts really. All the old guys are going to be sticking around. So maybe earlier on I would have said Sammy Watkins surprise cut, but he's been turning up as of late. So yeah, I don't see any too crazy ones coming. Chad over on YouTube. What's up, Rob? What is happening? What is going on, Chad? Thanks for joining me. My uncle just texted me. He said, hey, how do I comment when you're live? I want to ask when you were going to take your favorite uncle to a game as payback for all the softball games. LOL. Uncle, you can either join me on YouTube, which is fairly simple to leave a comment. On Facebook, you can comment. I'm not sure exactly because you're one of those Android guys. I'm an iPhone guy. So, anyways, yeah, my uncle, he took me to a couple of Donald Driver, Jordy Nelson charity softball games back in the day. And, yeah, that's where I got my first jersey signed by Donald Driver. And then the second one by Jordy Nelson. And ever since then, I've been trying to get some jerseys signed by my guys, as you can see in the background. So that's kind of my thing. Only collect things I get signed in person. And, yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of work, though. That's for sure. Big B, Android Squad. Big B, are you an Android user? Come on now. Yeah, I got nothing against an Android. I've never had one. I went from the iPod Touch with a Banter, kind of a dual shot there in junior high. Then I got an iPhone in high school, and I haven't switched over. My dad's got an Android. He likes to brag about the camera and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't have any problems with the iPhone, so I'm not going to switch it. Big B, are you convinced that this defense isn't allowing a single point this year? Yeah, I've been on that train, Big B, especially week 1. I'm hoping for like a 13-0 shutout. Offense for us is going to be a work in progress, as Raj and the boys have been saying. And, yeah, defense can carry the way first few weeks, maybe a month or two. But, yeah, I'm convinced. Android is so much better. Camera is phenomenal and a great phone all around. Well, you know what, Big B? I might just have to take your word for it and try it. Not sure how much truth was in that last sentence of mine, but I'll let you know. Rodriguez, go Pack, go all the way from Compton. Let's go. Representing, Rodriguez. I appreciate it. Thanks for hopping on and chilling. Bill Westerman, my uncle. Come to the dark side, Android all the way. Uncle, I can't do that. I can't do that. Danny, what do you take from Rodgers' comments yesterday in regards to the young receivers need to be more consistent, and him also saying Dillon and Jones may each get 50 catches this year? There's two parts to that. Obviously, the Rodgers comment stuff that everybody and their mother's making headlines on, which is just what you expect at this point, honestly. Anytime Aaron says something, someone's going to write something about it, especially when he makes comments like that are 100% true. If you're going to drop the ball, you're not going to play. If he isn't saying those things, then maybe people are going to talk about how he doesn't care enough. He's not committed. But no, he's going out there saying, "Hey, got to catch the ball. You can't line up. You can't line up offsides. You can't jump. You can't run the wrong routes. You can't be in the wrong spots at the time of the throw." And coach said and backed him up today during his presser. Said, "Hey, I appreciate that out of Aaron, getting this stuff corrected now." And I don't see how there can be any spin in a bad light, if I say, for Raj doing that. But hey, it's Aaron Rodgers. He's already a controversial guy that people don't really care for. So, yeah, whatever gets the clicks, I suppose. Second part of that question, Dillon and Jones may each get 50 catches this year. I think Aaron had over 50. Aaron Jones had over 50 catches last year, and A.J. Dillon had 34. So, I mean, you get A.J. Dillon 16 more catches, and they're both at 50. And then obviously with Devontae being gone, there's a lot more touches to go around, and I think easily those guys are gonna get 50 apiece. So top flight, Logan, a regular. Let's go. What's good, my man? I'm good. How are you? I've said it before. You guys are all watching. You enjoyed chatting Packers. You are one of the OGs of what's going to be a weekly thing for, I plan to do it for forever. So you are an OG if you are on this early. So let's see what we got here. Christian, how we doing? Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate the kind words. Looter, you think Sammy Watkins will make a big impact this year? By big impact, if that means 600-700 yards, 4 or 5 touchdowns, 40-50 catches, I think so. I think that's reasonable. Raj talked about it the other day, the pecking order for receivers: Allen Lazard, Randall Cobb, Sammy Watkins. Those are your top 3 guys. As far as wide receivers, now if we're talking the passing game in general, it's probably Allen Lazard and Tunyon, Cobb, Watkins, Aaron Jones, that is, A.J. Dillon out of the backfield. So, yeah, I think those guys are gonna get the ball spread to them pretty good, and I don't think we're gonna have that one guy that has 100 catches, 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns. So if I had to guess who had the most yards, most touchdowns, it'd be Allen Lazard. Put him at 900, put him at 7-8 touchdowns, put him at 60, 70 catches. So the Drew Cave is back. Appreciate you, buddy. TC, go Pack Go, chiming in from the great state of Texas. We cheeseheads run deep down here. Let's go, TC. Way to represent. I love that. Yeah, I was down in Texas visiting my brother a few years ago. A lot of Cowboys fans down there too, obviously. Cowboys fans are everywhere, but man, they're everywhere you walk down there. And being a Packer fan, wearing my stuff because that's just what you do. They didn't care for that. So, and that was 4 years ago. And if I remember correctly, it was right before that game where Raj went to Devontae. They missed it. Raj went back to Devontae, same play for the go-ahead score, which would then go on to be the game-winning touchdown. So, yeah, after I left, I said, hey, good luck this season. And, I was getting a bunch of chatter from everybody down there before the game. After the game, not much chatter. Not much chatter. Danny, are you buying into the hype surrounding the defense? I'm bought in. I'm sold. Yeah, I'm all the way in. A lot of first-round talent, a lot of studs, Rashawn Gary's a beast. He's leading the way. Jair, Razul talking a bunch of shit. Yeah, I love the vibe. I love the attitude of this defense. We needed something like the last few years. I feel like there hasn't been a couple, uh, talkers or hype men. We haven't had a hype guy since Mike Daniels, I feel like. So, yeah, I am all the way bought in. That's for sure. Logan, where do you buy your jersey frames? I get these at Michael's. It's similar to a Hobby Lobby. They're cheap, and some of the jerseys I got are different. So it is kind of beneficial to just show the number and the name as opposed to the sleeves because some of them are different. So this way they all look pretty similar. So and they're cheaper. So yeah, Michael's. Izzy, toughest division opponent. Definitely the Vikings. Justin Jefferson alone. Dalvin Cook if he's healthy, which he is right now, and he will be for week 1. Those two guys are going to be tough to stop. I think our defense, they're going to do it. I got no doubt about it. But yeah, Vikings definitely the toughest division opponent, and that week 1 game, it's going to be tough. What do we got here over on Facebook? Do you think that the Vikings have a chance of winning the NFC North? They got a chance. Could be a slim chance, but they probably got a better chance this year than they did the last couple years. But yeah, the favorites to win the North are obviously the Packers. But you never know if they can get that week 1 win. And I believe their last 4 or 5 games of their schedule is pretty easy. And then we play them again late in the season. I believe it is on New Year's Day. But yeah, they got a chance. But ultimately, the Packers are going to shut the door on that. Medi 23, what's up? What's up, Medi? Thanks for hopping on. Appreciate it. Vari, I'm hoping they can both touch 1,000 yards rushing this season. Obviously, you're talking about Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. Both getting 1,000 yards rushing would be a lot. But if we can run the damn ball, if our line can if David and Elton are back, yeah. If they're pounding the rock, I'm not saying it's completely realistic, but they're both going to have a lot of yards, a lot of touches, a lot of touchdowns. So I'm looking forward to seeing them guys back there. Izzy, I was at the last 3 games in Dallas. LOL. Always good memories for sure. All Packer fans stay after, and all you hear is "Go Pack, go." That's because we're America's team. That is very obvious. We are America's team. Cowboys fans don't want to hear it, but that's just how it is. It's K2. What's up, brother? What's up, my brother? How you doing? Thanks for hopping in the chat. I appreciate it. I do these Monday through Friday, every single day. Just chatting Packers, no agenda, no nothing, no ads, just chilling, hanging out, because it's what I love to do. So, thank you to all for tuning in. Usually I'm on in the mornings. Had some stuff going on this morning, and heading to bed usually around this time. Got a 1-year-old, but I say, you know what? I gotta get my chat rolling. You think Watson will play next week against the Chiefs? Rob asked. Rob, that's a great name. Great name. You think Watson will play next week against the Chiefs? I hope so. He's not going to be playing this Friday, but you never know. After Friday, they could, bring him back in slowly, and if he looks good out there, then yeah, I could definitely see him playing. I would love to see him playing. That's for sure. Danny, is Darnell Savage the weak link of the defense? He kind of got exposed last year against the Ravens. Yeah, well, Danny, he was guarding, as you know, Mark Andrews, which I think probably is a top two tight end in the league. And yeah, he got exposed. But I feel like anybody guarding Mark Andrews one-on-one, Darnell's smaller than him. I feel like anybody guarding him is probably going to get exposed. And last year, everybody who did got exposed. So yeah, I don't think he's a weak link. Hopefully Quay can get a fast start because obviously the second linebacker spot, it's all Quay. It's all Quay, and if he can do good, then yeah, I don't know if there's a weak link. If you had to pick one, maybe Darnell's that weak link, but Vernon Scott's right behind him. He's been playing good. Maybe the backup edge rusher spot, but yeah, honestly, it's tough to point out a weak link. From the D line to the linebackers to the corners, to the safeties. I mean, this defense is probably going to be one of the better defenses that I've seen in a long time. Is for sure since 2010, and that 2010 defense took a while to get rolling too. So towards the end of the year, they were great, but they were giving up some points early on that year. So let's see here, JD. 2 backs in the formation. More is definitely going to be a plus. Put more emphasis on the run. Let our D do work. Yep. Yes, sir. I love everything you just said. Takes a little pressure off Raj too. Not that he can't handle it, but yeah. Dan, coming to town for the second time in my life for the Titans game for a few days. Any food recommendations? Loved Prime Quarter last time I went. I have not been to Prime Quarter, but shameless plug here to my buddy Ben. He created a website solely for the purpose of those visiting Green Bay. It is called thegreenbayguy.com. It's got a bunch of restaurants, a bunch of things to do in the city of Green Bay, where to park for games, where to get tickets. I've utilized in the past the restaurant section of his website. He personally has gone to all these restaurants, taken pictures, gives his own review, gives you a little snapshot of the restaurant, where it's located, a link to the restaurant site. Super, super well put together site. Thegreenbayguy.com. I would check that out. But if I had any food recommendations, I always go to Stadium View, usually every time I'm there. Derek, do you believe Sammy Watkins gets cut? I do not. No, I think he's a lock. So he is going to be on this team. The Green Bay guy is the man, Chad says. Ben is awesome. You are right, Chad. He is the man. I text him almost every day. Probably gets sick of me. Rob, Stokes looks good against Andrews. I don't see a weakness now that we got rid of King. Ooh. Ooh. Rob dropping the hammer. Damn. Joe, Packers 2022 Super Bowl champs. Yes, sir. That is a great one to end it on, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Another great chat in the books. I'll be going live every single day, Monday through Friday, just to talk it up with you guys. Nothing else. Saying what's up, talk about everything that's happening with the team. So if it's something you enjoy doing as well, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter, whether it's my personal at Rob Westerman3 or at GBP Daily. Shoot me a message or a tweet. I'm always down to shoot the shit with you guys. So thanks again for joining, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.